Hi, this is a help video for South Dakota Assessment Portal. There are three main steps teachers will need to learn in order to use South Dakota Assessment Portal in their classrooms. The steps are, first, to create a class, second, create a form and attach it to a test, and lastly, schedule the test to a class so that your students can take the test. This video will focus on step 2, create a form and attach it to a test. And more specifically, we will take a look at how to create a form. So first step is to click on Test Builder. And just to let you know, this is where most of your time will be spent, is in creating a form. So first off, notice on this page you have all these different groups, and all the SLO groups will be listed in this as well. So there's a Math State Bank. Every teacher will have a personal item bank. Notice mine is right here. You can save any item that you create or any form that you create into this personal item bank, and you are the only one that has access to this. What we're going to do is click on the Forms tab. So here's the Forms tab. You can select your group, and this is the different groups that you can choose. You may only have your personal item bank. You may have a group from your school, and all the SLO groups will be on this list. Let's just say I'm creating a form to the personal item bank. So I'm going to select that, and then I click on Create Form. And this is where you fill out all the information about the form. So I'll give it a name. I'll name it Algebra 1 Equations. You can name it whatever you want. You can put a description in there. It is optional, so I'm going to leave it blank. Standards. If you teach math or language arts, you would select Common Core Standards. If you teach any other subject, you will select South Dakota Standards. And then from that list, if you teach science, you choose science, social studies, and so on. The only subjects that we have items for right now are math, language arts, science, social studies, and health. All other subjects you'll have to create your own items. So let's just say I choose Common Core and I'm doing mathematics. Okay, this is very important. Right here it says Session 1 Directions. If I click on that, you type in directions for your students. Every form has to have directions, so you have to make sure that you type in directions. Sorry. Okay, now in order to add items, there is an Add Items button over here on the right. If I click on that, very likely nothing will populate when you do that, just because these are all the items that I've created. So, and that is because right now I'm in my personal item bank. If I click Filters up here, notice I'm in my personal item bank. I need to change my group. So I'll click on that, and I'll choose the group where I want to select items from. So if you are a science teacher, you would choose science. Social studies, you choose social studies. If you've created items, you do personal item bank. If you've created items in a collaborative group that you've created, you would choose that. I'm going to get items from the Math State Bank. So I'm going to click on that. And if I click Apply, then I will have all of the math items. Notice that there's 251 pages, 20 items to a page, and that is pretty overwhelming. So if I want to get a little bit more specific, if I click Filters again, I can change my standard. So if I click Change, then I can choose my standard. So if I choose Mathematics, Algebra, you can choose it either on the right or the left, doesn't matter. And then you can break it down. So if I want to see only algebra, I could show items for this standard. Click Apply. So now I'm down to 19 pages. and I can filter even farther down if I want to break it down all the way down to a standard. So if I click that, click A, and I choose this standard right here, and I apply. Now I am looking at all items for just this particular standard. To view the item, you hover over the magnifying glass. So if you like an item, you click it. And notice once I clicked it, it did enter my form. And on this page right here, it went gray. So whenever it goes gray, that means that the item is on your test or on your form. So you can hover, or you can look through all the items just by hovering over the magnifying glass. You click on items. There's 2 pages. Let's say I get some from the second page. Anytime it says TEI, that means it's a technology enhanced item. If it says CR, that means constructed response or extended response or open-ended, whatever language you use. And constructed response, that is when the students actually have to type in the correct answers, not just multiple choice. Technology enhanced may be like a drag and drop or a graphing tool or something like that. Any item that says NAEP, those are NAEP items. And all of the NAEP items will have the word NAEP at the end. Once you have all the items that you want on your test or on your form, you click the X and just review it. You can drag the items, you can change the order, so put them in any order you want. And once you are done with that, you click Save Form. Alright, so now my form is created. I just have to find it from the list. And remember I called it Algebra 1 Equations. So the name of my form was Algebra 1 Equations. If I go over on the right, there's some options you can do. You can share a copy of this form. So you could share it to a different group, maybe an SLO group or a collaborative group that you're part of. You can edit the group, or edit the form, sorry. You can preview the form. This allows you to see the form as the students will see it. Just know that when you do this and answer the questions, it will not grade it for you. You can go on and create a test using this form. You can look at the form details. That's how you would see what all the correct answers are. Or you can delete the form. What I'm going to do is click on the pencil to edit the form. And this is the screen that we were just at. If I go way to the bottom, notice now we have a new button that says Copy Form and Shuffle Item Order. So if I click that, then I can shuffle the items. If I shuffle all 8 items, copy and shuffle, what this will do, it'll take all my items, shuffle them, and create a new form. This way, you can attach this form and the other form to the same test. Half the students will get this form, half the students will get the other form. This way, if you have students that sit by each other, you can make it so they have the items in a different order. So then if I click Save Form, now my form is officially created. So that is how you create a form using the South Dakota Assessment Portal.